We are now shifting to another device that camera agnostic will make your productions really sing. And I'd like to say a special hello to my buddy Barry Rendell in Canada today. He's halfway in between Buffalo and Toronto. Barry's watching. He saw the advertisements for the show and said, I got to have one of those DC sliders. So customer number one, way to go, brother. The next DC slider that Midtown Video gets its hands on has your name on it going directly to you. Thank you very much for watching the show. Barry, check it out right here, DC slider. Why do I say it's going to add production value? Because camera moves are really the heart and soul of cinematic storytelling, if you will. So here it is. It's a DC slider. There are a few knobs and buttons and devices that you're going to want to know about before you start to get inside this. Let's look first at the brakes. Brakes number one, right here and right here on the camera. Are we close enough here? Yeah. So here's my pan brakes, which when they're loose enough, I can get a good pan on this. Look at that, pan. All right. My tilt brakes are right here, right in the middle of the smiley face. Right here, and on the back also of the smiley face. When I loosen those tilts, something really special happens. Additionally, Jose, right over here, brother, we've got a brake on the head itself. So when I loosen this head, right, I get to pull out a little bit, I get to do the sliding. That's what's delicious. Let's go to 5 and see what that really looks like. A little bit of camera movement, right? Pretty good. All right, I think that's enough. All right, so here we are. I'm going to lock my brake back down. There are a couple other sort of knobs and whistles you'll want to know about. Right here, you can loosen a knob and actually get some Dutch roll on this slider system. We're going to come to that in the near future. But if you've got all these knobs and these moving parts, how are you going to keep it all straight? Well, Matthew's thought ahead. They put a leveling bubble right here, right on the bottom, so that when you're connecting the DC slider to a tripod, a 100mm bowl tripod, capable of withstanding about 80 pounds. When you lock the slider into place, that's your first spot to check your balance. Second spot to check your balance, right here, another neon green glow-in-the-dark leveling bubble, so that you can tell whether or not your slider itself, the big 6-foot pole, is in fact level. Third level bubble on your tripod head. Now, another caution here, just like you'll need a special device, 100mm bowl tripod that can withstand up to about 80 pounds on the bottom. On the top, you'll also need a special device, all right? And that is a flat plate base for your tripod head. This is not a bowl system, although in order to make it work, we are using a 75mm bowl tripod head with a flat plate adapter, right? We got to get a 3/8" screw going into a flat plate adapter for our Bogan system. So you want to use a DC slider, you need two things. 100mm bowl tripod that can withstand 80 pounds and a flat plate adapter that will withstand whatever tripod head you want to put on the top of it, right? Okay. So once you've got those set, you're going to put your camera in place. You might want to do it right in the middle here so that there's no tension on your pan arms. And then you start to work with this guy right here. This is your counterbalance, all right? You can use a camera of up to 26 pounds. Up to 26 pounds between your camera and your head right here. So how are we going to balance it out? How are we going to make sure that we've got smooth movement back and forth? That's with this system right here. This looks like one solid piece, especially for you guys watching in Flash on the internet. But it's really made up of several different little red weights, okay? This is my counterbalance system. I put my camera head, my tripod head, and my tripod head adapter on a scale, came out to 9.6 pounds. So with the included weights in the bag that Matthew sent me, I got 9.6 pounds of counterweight. And so, check this out. If you're confident in your counterbalancing, you can actually loosen the brakes on your arm, and voila, get very little movement if you start off from horizontal on your camera. What I didn't account for, and which is a little bit cumbersome, HDMI cable. You got to have a video cable coming out of your camera. What are you going to do with that cable? Can you get in real tight right here? Maybe on Mr. Jose? This lovely device is removable. It attaches to the head with a little screw that you don't see, but this is the back side of the screw. On the other end, I'm cranking it in tighter. And what it provides is two 1/4-20 threads so that I can put an Israeli arm and a monitor Novel idea, right? A monitor so that you can see what you're doing on the DC slider.